This is Seth David for the Sleeter Group, bringing to you a very special screencast. This time we're talking about how to handle consignment goods in QuickBooks. Give us a call for information about memberships and resources at 888-484-5484.
When you are the consignee, there's a few things you're going to have to do in order to set this up, which includes the creation of a couple of new accounts, which likely are not already included on your set of books. So what I always like to do when I'm changing around anything having to do with accounts is I like to come right into my chart of accounts here. I'll go to Lists, I'll go to Chart of Accounts. And we need to create a couple of accounts here. So the first thing we need to do is create a new account. Control and the letter N is in New will help me do that. And I need an Other Current Liability. So down here in the drop down, I'll find that choice, Other Current Liability. Click Continue. And the name of this first account that we're going to create is called Consignment Sales Liability. Click Save and Close. And we have another new account to create. So again, I'm going to say Control N as in New. And this time I need an income account. And we'll click Continue. And this one is going to be called Commission Income. Now the assumption here is that we're going to get paid 25% of whatever sales we make. So whatever we sell things for, we get 25% of the gross, and the difference has to be paid back to the consignor. So that's why we need a commission income account to pick up our share of the income. Okay, now we're going to need to create a couple of items. So let me close all the windows, and let's go to Lists and Item List. And we're going to create a new service item. Control N is in New again. Service item. And we're going to call this Reduce Liability for Commission. And we're going to link this to the Consignment Sales Liability account. Okay, so again, we're calling this Reduced Liability for Commission, and we're linking it to the Consignment Sales Liability account. And also the rate should be minus 25%. You can do it as a percentage. QuickBooks will understand what you're trying to do. So that way it reduces the liability and takes it out of what we owe the consignor when we've made the sale. And then, of course, we're going to have to put that into income, into our commission income. So now we're going to create another service item. New. Control N. Service item. And this one is going to be called Commission or Commission Income. And this one's going to be a positive 25%. And of course the account is going to be Commission Income. Click OK. Simple, simple, simple. Now we're going to create another new inventory item. Control N. And this one is going to be an inventory part. And it's going to be called Held on Consignment And essentially this is going to become a way of grouping all of the items that we're holding on consignment for others. So every one of these is going to get the regular cost of goods sold account assigned as the cost of goods sold account. The income account, however, is not going to be an income account at all. It's going to be that consignment sales liability account that we had created. So it's a little unusual. Normally you'd put an income account here, but we are simply making the choice to put a liability account there, and you'll see why. This will all come together by the end. It's like one of those mystery movies where you don't understand the plot until the very end. So we click OK, and now I can create new items. Or I can actually, well, it's too late now. I could have hit Next. But Control N, and we'll create another inventory part. We'll call this A, sub-item of held on consignment. Right? And so we'll set up A is a good held on consignment. Same thing goes here, consignment sales liability. And then we are good to go. Okay, let's create one more. Let's see that again. New item, inventory part. We'll set up item B over here, consignment sales liability, and we are all done. And we'll click OK. Now what we need to do, oops, I forgot to make that a sub item, so we'll edit the item, sub item of held on consignment. Click OK. Now we've got it in the right place. Now we need to create a group for each of these items that might be held on consignment. So we're going to say new group. Group name would be sale of item, or let's just call it widget A. Okay, and over here it's going to consist of three things. One is going to be the item A. I can just hit A and it comes right up. And we'll put a quantity of 1 on there. The second one is going to be the commission income. And the third one is going to be the reduced liability for commission income. Right? Neither one of these get quantities because they're based on percentages. So we can create this group. We'll click, I'll say next. And we'll say sale of widget B. Then over here it's B. And it's going to be commission income and reduce liability for commission. So now I've got my groups created.